Hello everyone. This video is a brief demonstration of a simple technique I used to make this EMD style stanchion for my HO scale WDM3D diesel locomotive. The Indian Railways WDM3D diesel locomotive has EMD style stanchions supporting the handrails that run along the walkway. The materials used to replicate these for my model are 0.125mm or 5/1000 of an inch thick brass sheet cut into 14mm long and 1.5mm wide pieces. A short piece of 0.35mm diameter brass wire, 2.5mm wide strips cut from 0.125mm thick styrene sheet, 1.5mm wide by 0.5mm thick styrene strip, a stainless steel ruler that is 0.75mm in thickness, cutting and filing tools, super glue, and a custom 3D printed mold to shape the raised edges of the stanchion. The mold I designed has two connected slots, a 0.75mm wide guide slot which opens up into a 1mm wide mold slot that is 10mm long. The top portion of the mold slot is made wider at a 1.5mm gap, which creates a 0.25mm flat edge on either side of the slot. To begin the build, the 14mm long cut brass piece is placed in the mold slot so that it is supported by the two 0.25mm edges. Then, using the ruler, the brass piece is pressed into the slot to create the folded sides of the stanchion stem. The flat top section is then bent 90 degrees, so the overall length of the stanchion measures 12.5mm. The bent section is then filed down to a size of 1mm. To create the loop that holds the handrail, first a small piece of the 0.35mm brass wire is taped to the cutting board. The stanchion is inserted below the wire with the bent corner lined up to it. The 1mm portion is then folded around the wire using a tweezer. The support bracket for the stanchion is fabricated from the two styrene strips. First, a profile is made by gluing the 0.125mm styrene strip edge to edge with the 0.5mm thick strip. The base of the stanchion is lined up to the free edge of the 0.125mm styrene piece and the two glued together using super glue. The styrene profile is trimmed to the width of the stanchion stem and filed to give it a slanted edge. With that, you have a handmade EMD style stanchion. The stanchions were then super glued to the walkway as per the prototype. Please let me know in the comments what you think of this technique and how you may use it in your own modeling work. Happy modeling!